What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another vlog. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. It's the start of the week for me, Monday, getting ready to go back to work. Most dreaded day of the week, I think, for everybody, right? Going back to work on Mondays. Definitely get a case of the Mondays today for sure. But something that I wanted to talk about today, I was watching The Office this morning, just like, a little while ago, an hour ago or so, and there was this great line that I always love. I've rewatched The Office so many times, I can't even keep count. I love that show. But I was obviously rewatching one of the episodes today, and there's this great part in one of the episodes where Ryan thinks, that we should have a homeless person for president, and Pam kind of proceeds to make fun of him, like, really, you think we should have a homeless person for president? We should have a homeless person. And Ryan's like, yeah, someone who lives on the fringes of society, who doesn't understand, life as normal people do, and everybody starts, to kind of, no, like that, and Pam, of course, is absolutely not for that, being the yuppie that she is, of course. But it got me thinking, is that really such a strange concept? I mean, really think about that for a second. Maybe Ryan had a point. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that we should have a homeless president. What I'm saying is we should have a poor president. And what I mean by that is someone who lives a more simple life than anybody else that we've really had in office. Because, you think about the presidency over the past, even just like the past 10 or 15 years, like 20 years or so, right? We've had a lot of people in there, actually every single one of them, they're always politicians and businessmen and senators and these people in these positions of power already. It's like you have to be a senator or a politician already in order to get yourself into that position. Well, I think there's a lot of us out there, a majority of us out there, who really recognize that a major paradigm shift needs to happen at some point in this country. At some point, in the United States here, we have to have a major change, especially in the world of politics. I think, that's probably the most important, is in the world of politics. And is it such a strange concept to say, hey, let's get a poor person as president this time. Let's have someone who's not affected by money, because that's exactly the point. Think about it. Somebody who's lived a more simple life, are they affected by money? No, of course not, because they don't have any. They're not already in someone's pocket. You see what I'm saying? They're not already paid for. So if we get someone like that in office who can't be bought off, right? Then good things start happening, because all they want to do is good for other people. They've seen the change. They've seen the lack of change, right? They've seen all these pockets of society that don't work, these sections of society, these dynamics of society that don't work, and they are in desperate need of change, but they don't change because we've always got these politicians in the White House who are already in people's pockets. Well, let's get someone in the White House, in that position of power, who has never led that life before, who has been pretty poor, who's lived paycheck to paycheck for most of their life. They know what's going on. They know what kind of change needs to take place, and they can't be bought off by people. It's kind of like the Lord of the Rings. Why did Gandalf trust the hobbits to carry the ring? Well, because the hobbits weren't affected by greed. They're not affected by that kind of stuff. They're more resilient to the power of the ring. They can withstand all of that horrible energy coming off it. They can't be easily corrupted by it, right? It still affects them and everything, obviously, but they can't be corrupted by that. Well, we need a hobbit in the White House, you know what I'm saying? Like, for lack of a better term, or maybe that's the perfect term. Who knows? But yeah, we need that kind of person. We need that kind of person in the White House, someone who is not affected by money, who has never led their lives with money, who is not in desperate need of money, who is not going to go down that path, right? Because, I mean, and think about all the presidents that we've had before who just have been so opposite in that direction. I mean, really, just even in recent history, who have been so far opposite in that direction, only caring about who they've got in their pockets, only caring about that money coming in. And look what happens to the country when we have these people. Nothing happens. Over the last 10 or 15 years, have things changed that much? Not really. We're still way behind the world technologically. We are so we have so much to do in this country. So much technological advancement needs to happen in this country. But year after year after year after year after year, nothing changes. Well, you know what? Maybe we should stop putting the same person in the White House. What happens when you do? And here's the famous saying, right? What happens when you do something over and over again and expect different results, right? You are an idiot. You are a moron. You are completely stupid. It's the definition of insanity. Well, maybe we should stop putting the same person in the White House. And by the same person, I mean stop putting politicians and senators and those kinds of people in the White House. Start putting normal people in that position of power. Normal, smart, and of course they have to be intelligent, well-spoken people, like very, very outstanding members of society. That all, comes with it. That should be without saying, right? But let's have them not be politicians this time. Let's have them not be senators this time. Let's have them be normal people. Just normal, good people, that would be appropriate for the position. We need to start thinking about that stuff more and do away with these politics. We need to do away with these politics, man, and just run the world how normal people would run it. Simplify, right? Simplify things. So that's going to do it for today's vlog. Of course, guys, leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the Great White Void. What would you guys like to see in America? Especially, if you're from overseas, I'd love to get your opinion on the Americas here, how you guys kind of view this. And if you're from America out there, what do you guys think about the points that I've made in this video? Do you agree with that? Do you agree that we need to get a different kind of person in the White House? That's what's going to spark real change, is when there's an actual different person. Someone who is completely different than everybody else, someone who's not rich and doesn't have connections and has lived a simple life. So make sure to leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the Great White Void, as always, and I'll see you guys back here for the next vlog very soon. Later.